Hello and welcome to the Evidence-Based Chiropractor. I am your host, Dr. Jeff Langmaid. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the critical automations that can literally make everything in your practice work better. We're going to fill the holes in your bucket as we get ready for 2023. I think of a practice like a bucket. You have water pouring in the top. That is new patients. But too many practices have holes in the side of their bucket, so water's leaking out. That's a retention issue. And they have no bottom of their bucket whatsoever. That's reactivations. So as much water as you pour in the top, you're always needing more new patients. You're always feeling like that schedule is never full. The challenge is you need to have the systems and processes to patch the holes in your bucket. Then that lightens the load on new patient flow. Everything works better. So I've been data diving super deep over the past few months with what we do within the Smart Chiropractor and specifically the email automation tools, because we work with over 300 practices and we send 1.1 million emails per month. So we cherry picked out some of the best campaigns. I'm going to talk about them on today's episode, but if you want the campaign flows and some email templates, head over to thesmartchiropractor.com/watch-now. thesmartchiropractor.com/watch-now. I'll also drop that link down in the show notes. There you can download, you can opt in. We'll give you all of the campaigns, all of the email templates as well. And this really stems from the fact that pretty much every chiropractor I know is sitting on a hidden gold mine. Yet they're like sitting on it. They have binoculars, you're looking out, and there's like shiny new things all over the place. Your patient list is the most valuable asset you have in your practice. It's hiding right in plain sight. It might be on the device you're listening on this on right now, and it's the most powerful asset you have. We're going to hook you up with the email campaigns and templates that you need to succeed using it, and it starts with new patients. Chiropractors convert less than 5% of their website traffic to new patients. Let me say that again. You probably spend money on SEO, you spend money on your website, you spend money on ads, all to drive traffic. And less than 5% of that total traffic converts. That is a huge missed opportunity. That is a hole in your bucket. And unless the people cruising around are like me, they're not. Nobody cruises chiropractic websites for fun. So people made it to your website because they're within your circle of practice and they're interested in chiropractic care. They just didn't make a decision right then. And when you're missing 95% of that opportunity, that's a huge issue. It's like being 6 inches from the goal line and not being able to score. So we've discovered that having a new patient pop up or a lead magnet on your website can help people get across the goal line. If you have 1,000 people, the average chiropractor has about 1,000 website visitors per month. So if you're able to generate 20 new patients from your website, that's great, but that's 980 people who didn't make it onto your schedule. That's the opportunity that so many docs, and probably you listening, are struggling with right now, and you didn't even know it. So adding a new patient pop-up to your website can convert more of your existing website traffic into scheduled patients without having to spend money on discount ads or having to do anything like that. People come to your website for a reason. Give them the opportunity through a pop-up, a lead magnet, to get information from you that helps them and then follows up with them. So a new patient pop-up is something that literally exit intent pop-up. You've probably all seen this cruising around other websites. When you're leaving the website, there's a pop-up, literally it pops up on the screen before the visitor leaves the page. And it gives the visitor the opportunity to enter their email address in exchange for a valuable piece of information. That's a lead magnet. And the goal of that lead magnet is to help them. It's to help them solve their problem. We found a ton of success with a 7 days to get rid of low back pain, 7 days to get rid of headaches, 7 days to increase athletic performance. 7 days to campaigns tend to work out really, really well, because then you can send a few emails over the course of that week after they've opted in. And of course, culminating on the 7th day where, hey, if you haven't gotten over the hump and haven't received every benefit that you are looking for, give us a call today and we'll help you get there. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the gist of that campaign. So deliver that lead magnet immediately. They enter their email, they get the lead magnet that comes in. Great. Now that's the helpful tips. They have something that they can guide them over the next week. The next day you send a follow-up. Hey, here are my 2 favorite items from that 7-day guide we sent you yesterday. So now you're guiding the process. Day number 4, you're suggesting, hey, hope you've been able to, achieve results based upon what you downloaded. If not, give us a call today, day number 7, same type of messaging. That is how you convert more people. And let's do the math on that. Let's say only 2% of your website visitors opt in to your new patient pop-up. That's 20 future patients. With a 50% of those scheduling an appointment, which is typically what we see, that's 10 additional new patients per month on autopilot that you don't need to mess with whatsoever, with the traffic you're already receiving. And with a lifetime case visit average of $1,000, that's $120,000 in revenue based per year, based upon the traffic you are already receiving. So job number 1, head over to the smartchiropractor.com/watch-now. We'll hook you up with a template. We'll show you exactly how it goes, but stop missing that opportunity on your website. It is a crusher of progress for way too many chiropractors. Now, patient gets into your practice. Let's talk about retention. This is what I consider to be the holes in the side of the bucket. So the holes in the side of the bucket are retention issues, people pouring out the side. If somebody doesn't complete an active care plan in your practice, that is not good for them and it's not good for you. You develop the active care plan because that's what is going to get them the best results with the care that they're going to receive. And if they don't complete it, that's an issue. That's going to lead to lower testimonials. It's going to lead to lower reviews. It's going to lead to lower referrals if somebody's not getting the best benefits of the care by completing their active care plan. Consequently, you're also going to miss revenue. So up to 20% of chiropractic patients drop out before completing their active care plan. And the first 2 weeks is ridiculously critical. That is when the new patient will, of course, start to see results. That's when they'll begin seeing relief. And there's when they're the most excited and likely to refer. So having a new patient onboarding campaign, a welcome email campaign, is by far the best and easiest way to double your retention in many cases, increase your referrals, and help your patients get the best results possible. So this is a big deal. I'm going to tell the tale of two cities here. City number 1, patient comes into your practice as it stands right now without a new patient onboarding welcome campaign. They have a great experience. They walk back out to their car. They go on. They come back a few days later. They have a good experience. They walk out. That's fine. But is it world class? No, it's not. What is world class is having a new patient onboarding a welcome experience when a patient comes in that first visit. They had a great experience. They walk out to their car. They notice in their email a welcome email from you saying, hey, welcome to the practice. We're so glad you're here. We're going to take great care of you. I can tell you right now, you and I you're probably already feeling it. It's like, that's a way better experience, right? And that patient is going to be like, I am in the right place. This is how you improve retention bit by bit. So we go through that over the first 2 weeks, addressing frequently asked questions, highlighting the benefits of care. Of course, that welcome email, eventually asking for reviews, testimonials, referrals. All of those things can and should be automated in your practice. It's going to improve your patient experience. And as a byproduct of that, you're going to see your retention soar in a way that you haven't seen before. And here's the beauty of it. When it's automated through email, it's automated through email. You don't have to rely on staff doing it. This is an automated process. So if you want to see the exact campaign flow that we utilize, head on over again, smartchiropractor.com/watch-now. That's going to give you everything you need. And we're going to show you the exact campaign flow and give you a email template to utilize as well. So that is how you improve your retention heading into 2023. Now let's talk a little bit about reactivations, because reactivations are a critical component. If you have an email list of more than 300 people, and you're listening to this right now, with Patient Pilot by the Smart Chiropractor, we will give you a 3x ROI guarantee with what we do. Yes, I said you heard that correctly. We will provide a 3x ROI guarantee. And the reason is because if you have an email list over 300, you should, can, and need to be utilizing that. The money is in the list, as we like to say. And that is the truth. You have money sitting in your list right now that you're not utilizing at all until you have these automations in place. So if you have over 300 people, chances are you don't really have a new patient problem. You actually have a retention and a reactivation problem. Now, we talked about new patient pop-up that can drive more new patients in your practice. That's great. but also plug the holes, patch the holes, get the sides of that bucket filled in with some onboarding campaigns. That's less water leaking out. Get a bottom of your bucket going on. That's reactivation. So now you see that bucket fill up. You have more water going in the top. It's a really, really good thing. So instead of just sending a postcard or missed appointments, those are okay, but develop automations. Top practices use automations to drive 5 to 10 reactivations back onto their schedule each and every week. And automated campaigns, a weekly email that teaches and invites consistently, as we like to say, teach something educational, entertaining, engaging. Invite, that's your call to action, and do it consistently. Yes, that means each and every week. No, that is not too much. Is it too much? Is it not too much? Here's the stark, plain truth about that. One email a year is too much if it's trash. It's called spam. But an email a week is not nearly enough in many cases if it's awesome. We've found that the weekly cadence for a chiropractor is what gets the best results. So a weekly cadence is what we do. Because of that, then we add on some timely campaigns. That could be an HSA, FSA campaign at the end of the year, which we're launching right now for all of our members. That helps drive action, drive people back in, keep your practice top of mind. That is what's critical. So automated email campaigns that consistently teach and invite are by far the best, most effective, and highest ROI way to keep your schedule full and avoid that constant need. So weekly email newsletters and highly relevant monthly campaigns, they can drive 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reactivations per week. And we see that. We've seen it in the data. Again, I look through data of hundreds of members, million plus emails per month. And that's where we come out with this is when we say a 3x ROI guarantee, as you can imagine, we're not cutting it close. We feel that comfortable and confident that yes, we can over-index and overperform with these campaigns. We'll share the campaigns with you. Again, you can download some of the campaigns, the flows, as well as some templates at the link. But if you really want to step into the future, if you want to help have the best results in the quickest, shortest amount of time possible, come on board with Patient Pilot by the Smart Chiropractor. You can check out all that information, of course, over at thesmartchiropractor.com. But the big things that I would encourage you to consider as you be heading into 2023 with these campaigns, we talked new patients briefly, we talked retention, we talked reactivation. All of these are missed opportunities. Your email list is, quite frankly, the most valuable asset you have in your practice. And if you can drive a little more new patients from your website and the traffic you're already getting, if you can tighten up your retention just a touch, and then you have consistent reactivations coming in with automated email campaigns, this is how your practice can really, really thrive. And this is how businesses grow. It's how businesses scale. It's by having experts do what's necessary in an elegant and positive way to keep you top of mind, to continue to highlight the benefits of who you are and what you do in a real way, and to teach and invite consistently. And that is what we are about. So hopefully this stemmed some thought. Hopefully it opened some eyes. If you have any questions about it, you can hit me up, jeff@thesmartchiropractor.com or jeff@theevidence-based-chiropractor.com. Either way, I will get that email. And head over again, download all of the report templates, guides. Having automated systems, we like to say that consistency is key for success, and automation is key for consistency. So these are the things you want to think about and start piecing together. It's not about sending individual emails to the tune of hundreds a week or anything to that effect. You will never make it that way. It's about having automated campaigns that drive results. And we would love to work with you if that sounds interesting to you. If you want to check it out first, you can head on over and pick up those reports, templates, and guides. And that's about all I have to touch on for today. But before I wrap up, I want to say a few words about PowerStep. PowerStep supports this podcast. I'm going to ask you to support PowerStep. They're willing to hook you up with a free sample pair of their orthotics. pro.powerstep.com/sample. pro.powerstep.com/sample. Use the code EBC, Evidence-Based Chiropractor, and they will hook you up with a free sample pair. They're what I use or what my father uses. I could not recommend them enough. I hope you have a fantastic week in practice, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Evidence-Based Chiropractor. If you want to grow your practice, come back for next week's episode. If you want to grow faster, visit the evidencebasedchiropractor.com and join our MD Marketing membership today.